And the Youth Parliament will now consider the fourth motion of the day, cost of living and health. The full motion is printed on the order paper, and I call the Member of Youth Parliament from Harrow to move the motion.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. The cost of living crisis. It is a term that has been featured in every headline, every news article, and been politicised relentlessly. But for millions of us, this is more than just a headline. It is a harsh reality faced day in and day out. The fact that there are people in this country who are uncertain as to where they're going to find their next meal is simply unacceptable. In 2020 to 2021, 4.2 million people were living in food poverty. In April 2022, 15.5% of UK households ate less or went without eating because they could not afford food. If these statistics weren't concerning enough, Britain has had to resort to opening warm banks as temperatures plummet this winter. These warm banks are heated buildings where people who cannot afford to heat their homes are able to visit for just a few moments of comfort. These measures, although incredibly necessary, mark a desperate state of crisis in the UK, and in many crises as such, it is unfortunately our most vulnerable who suffer the most. My friends, we are here today to ensure that the youth voice is heard. Our generation must not suffer in silence as politicians prioritise corporate interests over the 2.5 million children living in food poverty. This government has enabled energy companies to report record-breaking profits, whilst families have to choose between heating their homes or feeding their children. There is no justification, no priority greater than combating this gross deprivation of a basic human right. This is not the time to stand idly by. It is the time to act, to campaign and to lobby to ensure that our children do not have to go to sleep hungry or cold. We say that our children are our future. But then why do we continue to fail them? To not provide them with the most basic of necessities, a good meal and a warm home. Thank you.